This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Our top story: a Sarasota couple is accused of animal abuse after their elderly dog was found emaciated and near death.
According to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, the pair abandoned their 14-year-old terrier mix and left the dog outside to die. But as ABC7's Bobeth Yates tells us, she caught up with the couple and they have a completely different story.
You know, the dog's fur is matted, it's covered in feces, it has maggots in both eyes.
Sarasota Sheriff Deputy Daniel Tutko is going down the long list of issues he says was impacting Sputnik, the dog at the center of a Sarasota animal abuse case. The teeth are severely decayed. The dog had a very strong smell to it. It's just beyond belief that someone would let an animal get in that condition and think that it's, you know, humane to let them lay in the front yard to die. That someone is 62-year-old Diana Harrelson and 55-year-old Joseph Shepard. The two have been charged with aggravated animal cruelty and abandoning an animal to die. According to the incident report, Sputnik, a 14-year-old terrier mix who was also deaf and blind, was tied to a trailer and left to die. But Shepard says the picture being painted is not correct.
Well, we did not leave this dog tied up here to just die. If you were going to do that, I would say this to anyone on television or whatever. If you're going to leave your dog to die, don't put it right out in your front yard in the driveway where everybody can drive by and see it. You're going to try to hide the animal.
While Shepard admits tying Sputnik to the trailer, he says the dog would lie underneath it while they would sit in the driveway. But when Shepard got sick, they began putting the dog out alone to continue the routine, but they would watch the animal from the open front door.
You see where the door is. Well, the trailer was right here on this concrete slab, so the animal wasn't laying in dirt or anything like that. And he had water. He was fed daily. The only problem that had occurred is he got an infection in one of his eyes.
But Sarasota Sheriff officials believe the contrary.
The dog was basically suffering, and the decision was made to humanely euthanize the dog to end its suffering.
That was ABC7's Bobeth Yates reporting. Shepard was not arrested but has been issued a court date. His girlfriend, Diana Harrelson, was arrested but released on bond.
It took a jury roughly 3 hours to find Punta Gorda Police Chief Tom Lewis not guilty of culpable negligence. Lewis was charged in relation to the shooting death of 73-year-old Mary Knowlton during a citizen training class last August. In that incident, Officer Lee Cole accidentally used real bullets instead of blanks. In court, the state blamed Chief Lewis for not having more safety measures to prevent this from happening. Knowlton's family did not agree with the jury's decision.
I didn't figure we were going to get justice here. The way the police were, sticking up for their buddy. It's pretty much a good old boys network. Going up and seeing the defense attorney or lawyer up in Clearwater, I mean, there's signs right there that, everything's wrong.
Late this afternoon, the city of Punta Gorda released a statement on Chief Lewis's trial. It says in part, quote, Chief Lewis's future employment status will be determined by the internal affairs investigation, which is underway. Chief Lewis will remain on paid administrative leave until that internal investigation is complete.
As of this Saturday, the fee to apply for or renew a concealed weapons license will be reduced by $5. The Commissioner of Agriculture, Adam Putnam, is announcing the reduce in price as a way to put savings back in the pockets of Floridians and encourage support for the Second Amendment. Concealed licenses are valid for 7 years. License holders can apply for or renew a concealed weapons license via mail or at an approved tax collector's office across the state. Licenses can also be renewed online.
Sarasota County is working to keep area beaches clean over the holiday weekend with a catchy phrase, pack in and pack out. As part of a community-wide effort to keep the shorelines litter-free, beachgoers are asked to make sure they take all the trash they bring to the beach. Volunteer groups on Siesta Key will be out in force over the weekend to provide trash bags along with portable and disposable ashtrays. We remember the mess that was sort of left behind over the Memorial Day weekend, so we're hoping we don't see a repeat of that.
It was
with these
terrible.
extra
So
efforts.
hopefully everybody has learned that you need to take your trash with you. And Bob, we're hoping that it's nice beach weather for the 4th of July.
Looking pretty good. In fact, most of the day should be okay. We're going to see showers and storms around as you typically would during this time of year. But that'll be mainly in the afternoon and evening, it looks like. And right now, currently, we are looking at generally fair conditions out there over Bimini Bay now and Anna Maria. And it looks as though we will continue to see fair conditions through this evening near the coast anyway. Dew point is pretty high at 75. Makes it feel a little bit hotter out there. Winds are out of the west at 9. And the pressure is actually now starting to rise again at 30.05 inches. High pressure is nosing in and kept all this weather here well to the west and kind of shoved it off to the northeast around this periphery of the high pressure ridge. You'll notice we're getting that east to southeasterly wind here, a little bit more down into Fort Myers and a little less. And this is moving off toward the east there. And as far as rainfall goes, well, we had some showers and storms around earlier into South Sarasota County, a little heavier just about an hour before that. And then now some big storms are starting to develop just east of Port Charlotte, some rough weather just on the border of Hillsborough and Manatee. Well, more in the big weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Were local colleges a winner in this year's state budget? Well, it depends on who you ask. New College of Florida's recurring state funds were boosted to $7.5 million to fund a massive growth plan. That will increase its school's enrollment from 850 students to 1,200 over the next 5 years. However, nearby State College of Florida had its budget cut by more than $800,000, and some say it's unfair considering the fact that SCF serves thousands more students for less money.
If a student can stay at home and they can get that degree for 50% less, it just makes sense. That's what we should be supporting. That helps the people.
Size does count in this equation, and the Board of Governors understood that. And the legislature understood it, which is even more important.
State College of Florida credits local lawmakers Bill Galvano and Jim Boyd for salvaging more than $1.5 million in cuts to the funding. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a proposed new home development in Venice struggles to find common ground with its neighbors.
And the Florida Supreme Court remembers the life of a former Chief Justice and looks back on what he accomplished in the state.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A proposed home development that would bring a boom in growth for a portion of Venice has now stalled.
The preserves at Venice by Wyndham Companies is proposed to be built near the Foxley Farms equestrian facility. However, neighbors are concerned that this development may be too much for the area. ABC7's Christopher Brantley has more on those concerns.
Residents in the neighboring Sawgrass community raised concerns about the amount of homes set to be built.
And they had significant concerns about the amount of development going on the property. It's proposed for 118 single-family units.
At least one council member likened this development to putting 10 pounds into a 5-pound bag. We asked City Planner Roger Clark about the density.
It provides for a density of about 3 units per acre. And Sawgrass is somewhat similar. They're around 2 units per acre.
The developer, in trying to find common ground, offered to have a lot of open area on the outskirts of the neighborhood. They've agreed to keep working to better get along with the neighboring communities.
We had, prior to Tuesday, been working with the developer and had been able to receive some accommodations from the developer as far as the development itself.
Attorney Jeff Boone represents the neighboring Foxley Farms. They host horse shows on their property. They've said they're not against the development. They just want to make sure that new homeowners know on show days the farm can get a little loud. The City Council has given the developer and neighboring communities until October to reach common ground, although they could extend that time if need be.
In the intervening time period, we'll be able to get those extra protections in place.
And we'll be right back with Bob's forecast after this.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style, for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
This year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix will feature 2 full days of racing off Lido Beach on July 1st and 2nd. Meet race teams up close during the Boats on Main downtown block party on Friday, June 30th. Don't miss the Grand Prix Fan Fest on July 1st and 2nd, where you can see race boats launch and watch the races live from under a large tent. There will be music, food, fan zones, and vendors. VIP race day viewing tickets are available at SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
We're gearing up for a big weekend on the Suncoast. Not only July 4th impending, but then we had the boat races.
Bunch of racing.
Right, it's kind of extended for a lot of people. I'm sure they have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So a lot of good weather expected. We're going to see those afternoon, evening thunderstorms will be around, but for boaters and the big races, it looks to be okay race-wise. And just late in the day, it's going to be some trouble out there maybe. The official Suncoast forecast is calling for some pretty nice weather over the weekend. And this is a nice photo sent in from our one and only Cindy Desmond. And she's getting a look right there at some towering cumulonimbus off in the distance earlier this afternoon. As a result of the sea breeze, which was active, the Casey Key webcam showing beautiful weather out there on the waters and at the beaches, and looks to be pretty nice through this evening. Now, there will be one or two lone storms, again, firing up late tonight, 8, 9 o'clock. That'll work their way out toward the Gulf of Mexico and eventually fade away after midnight. The high-pressure ridge that's in control right now is really right over the state. It's nosed in from the Atlantic now, and this high-pressure ridge, the winds around it rotated in a east to southeasterly flow here, and you'll notice around the top edge it's moving off to the northeast, and we're kind of right in between that transitional period. This will, again, give us a chance for more showers and storms tomorrow, but right now that east coast sea breeze meeting the west, and you can see the firing up of storms just south of Wauchula all the way through Arcadia. These will get bigger as the two have met there, and we'll see more showers and storms in the interior counties. But, as I said, eventually one or two of those will break the coast and bring a shower or two and a few isolated thunderstorms. This is really impressive rain down here. This will be sending off boundaries, too. Right now near Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, some pretty heavy rainfall just to the southeast of those cities. 88 degrees right now. The dew point temperature is up there at 75, makes it feel a little bit warmer with that west wind at 9. The high today was right around average, and so was the low. 89 is the average high, and the average low is 75. No rainfall to report today, but still for the month, we're at 11 inches plus, and that is well above average so far. 82 in Jacksonville now, 83 in Orlando. Miami's still at 87, 90 in Mayaca City, but these temperatures will start to cool as that rain is developing now. 90 in Arcadia. Venice, you're at 88. Inglewood at 86. The same in Cortez and Bradenton at 88 degrees. The forecast tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, a few clouds developing by midday. Those will be the fair weather cumulus clouds, and then a slight chance for a shower around 2, 3 o'clock. That's once the sea breeze gets going. There's always a slight chance there, but no rain out anticipated. Later in the day, a chance for showers and storms. Hopefully it holds off for the big block party in downtown Sarasota with the boat races there. A lot of boats will be on display, and it's always a great event. We're hoping that the rain stays away. Futurecast showing showers and storms around mainly in the afternoon and evening. Not much in the morning. You can see them breaking away toward the interior portion of the counties tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then eventually pushing back toward the west coast later on in the night. And looks like similar conditions for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way through next week. No big changes are in the offing for us here as the tropics remain quiet. Temperatures now 70s and 80s. Things are starting to warm up after a couple of cool days across the central U.S. And 93 in Albuquerque, it's 92 in Dallas, and 71 with some rain near Atlanta. The forecast for boaters, south winds to southwest at 10 knots and then subsiding to 5 knots late in the day. Seas will be less than 2 feet with a light chop out there. Water temperature at 89 degrees and UV index at a 10. Low tide at 12:52, and a high tide will be at 7:09 tomorrow morning. Tonight, partly cloudy for the most part, 76. A few evening showers popping up. Partly cloudy tomorrow. Scattered afternoon and evening storms, 90 for your high. Rain chance tomorrow at 40%. Stays there at Saturday. And then typical afternoon and evening variety of storms. Hit or miss right through July 4th. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Sarasota police are on the lookout for a man wanted for stealing cigarettes from a Sarasota gas station. Police say this man entered the Speedway located on North Washington Boulevard with an elderly person who was walking with a cane. Police say the elderly person distracted the employee while the other man stole 6 cartons of cigarettes. 2 are believed to have left the store in an older Ford-model 4-door sedan. If you recognize the man in the photos, call police or Sarasota County Crime Stoppers at 366-TIPS.
Florida Supreme Court justices remember former Chief Justice Parker Lee McDonald today, who died this past weekend at the age of 93. McDonald was appointed in 1979. He served for nearly 15 years on the High Court. One of McDonald's most lasting and memorable court opinions was a 1984 ruling that prevented lawyers from excluding jurors because of their race.
Today, we remember Parker Lee McDonald for what he was. A common man who used his uncommon intellect to make the state of Florida a better place for all of us.
Justice McDonald was forced into mandatory retirement in 1994. A memorial service is planned for this Saturday.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up on Suncoast Scene, we'll tell you how to have a cool 4th of July weekend.
Tonight, the GOP health plan revived.
We could have a big surprise.
Insisting this fight isn't over, yet even more Republicans oppose it, and more families want answers. Can President Trump strike a deal? This is where America turns. World News Tonight with David Muir.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Saturday Night Live star Kevin Nealon stops by to chat with us, plus a camera lesson before the holiday weekend in Cafe Barbosa in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
A long holiday weekend coming up for some.
And if you're wondering how you're going to keep everyone entertained over the 4th, ABC7's Linda Carson has some suggestions in Suncoast Scene.
A cool and uplifting way to celebrate our nation's birthday? Step right into the Players Theater here in Sarasota for Brian Girl and America the Beautiful. A show celebrating our country and the wonderful freedoms we enjoy.
You'll see a tremendous variety of music covering Revolutionary period, Civil War, 20s and 30s, right up to Elvis Presley, Lee Greenwood, Mariah Carey, and Elton John. So it's a huge variety of music for all tastes and all ages.
And there's a deeply touching moment when Catherine, the blonde who plays the dueling pianos with Brian, tells of her immigration from Russia to the United States.
She tells of this little girl in Russia who dreamt of coming to this incredible place called America that has freedoms and liberty and opportunity. And she tells the story, and then she sings God Bless America, kind of like a prayer. And it's just stunning.
And if you like to dance, there's a singles dance party for the 50 and up crowd at the Euclid Avenue YMCA, Saturday night at 7:30. A great night with live music by Sig Harder and his band.
We come to have fun. We come to have a night out. We come so we're not sitting home on Saturday night. And it's just an all-around healthy, kind, loving, fun experience.
The Sarasota Powerboat Races are a 4th of July tradition here on the Suncoast. You can meet the racers on Friday.
Friday, we've got a meet and greet who's in the driver's seat event, where all the race teams will be signing autographs for kids and their families. That's from 12 to 2 at the Hyatt.
And you can get a real close-up look at the boats before they hit the water and pick your favorite to pull for right here in downtown Sarasota at Boats on Main, starting at 6 o'clock Friday night.
You're going to see over 20 power boats on display. The teams will be there. In fact, last year we had one boat you could get right up to it and sign your autograph on it before it races, the Alex and Annie boat. So it's going to be a fun night, live music.
And the powerboat races are Saturday and Sunday. Some of these boats will be able to go 150 to 200 miles an hour. Sarasota racer Bill Glick will be the throttle man on 2 boats.
One of them is a little a 30-foot Super V light called Steel, the chainsaw company, and the other one is my boat. It's a 42-foot fountain, and it's sponsored by Legacy Builders.
And the best viewing spot to cheer them on, Lido Beach. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Plenty going on. Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, looks like fun. I'm going to be on that Geico boat tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, we're going to get a little test run out there. I mean, maybe the throttle man or I don't know which I'm going to do, but it should be a lot of fun.
Just hang on, maybe.
Yeah, be safe.
I'll go live from there, maybe with the Facebook. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, please
weather looks to be pretty nice for the events, all the events. Although, be careful. You know, a lot of people are going to be outdoors, obviously, throughout the weekend and beyond. And afternoon showers and storms will be around. So, thunder roars, go indoors.
Right. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you tonight at 7. Have a great evening.